Hey, welcome back again, Yard Fanatics, to Bermuda Grass Central with Big Yard Dog himself, BYD. Check this out. Now, look, I'm about to get on that grill again. You see it. It's family time. Hey, I had BYD Jr. Out there with me today, and I killed him, y'all. I mean, KILT'd him. I killed him. I murdered him. But, hey, you're not here for that. This video is about drought cutting. How high, or how you should do it when you're cutting your grass so it doesn't turn brown. So stay tuned, and BYD is about to show you. Okay, Yard Fanatics, listen, it's kind of noisy because my AC units are running. Right now, I think it's like 85 degrees. I don't know what it is, but it's Georgia, so it's always hot. But check this out. I literally had to stop cutting my lawn because we went through a drought situation. Now, let me tell you a couple of things what's going on here. Like you said, this is the common Bermuda grass. And as you can see, it's a whole lot thicker. Not filled in as much, but this is the one that I planted. And if you go back and look at one of my previous videos, all this was buried. Then filled in, I hit it with a dose of that Milorganite after I stopped using that bull crap Joe's Biozone. But let's take a look at it. All right, one thing that you will notice with your common Bermuda grass, and the reason it looks a little bit greener than your hybrid Bermuda grass right there is because your blades are a whole lot thicker on this grass than they are on the common Bermuda grass right there. Excuse me, not common, but the hybrid Bermuda grass right there. So blade width and thickness can actually make your grass look a deeper green or thicker than the normal hybrid Bermuda grass. But we got a couple of different cutting heights here, y'all. That's, if I measured it, it was like 3.5. I literally had to stop cutting it because it was burning up. Now this grass back here doesn't burn up as fast as the grass that's sitting directly in the sun, because it's got a lot of shade, so temperatures drop a whole lot faster back here. And as you can see, I got seed heads that, you know, then kind of went dormant. Let me see if I can pull one up. You know, it's hard looking in the camera and doing this. That seed head exploded, then drop them. But when you see them all white fuzzed out like that, they were supposed to have been dropping off and hatching. But anyway, that's the common. My hybrid, believe it or not, we came and we cut this shorter. You can see the split because I wanted to see, well, I want to show you guys the difference. If you take off too much of that greenness, it's going to start looking like that. Now, I know I said the 1-inch rule, but during the summer months, we let it bump up if we can't irrigate. And I don't water my yard at all, for a couple of reasons. Well, the main reason is it costs a lot of money to water 17,000 square feet of lawn. End of that discussion. But right here, I cut that down to right at 2 inches. I left that at 3 inches. So you can see the difference. Now, what I'm about to show you with the mower is how do you go about doing it. So let me go ahead and get the new one out, that Snapper SP110 mulching mower, and we'll get that out and I'll show you. Okay, Yard Fanatics, first, you know, get your mower. You see it back there. This is very important that you do it this way. Do this when the temperatures have dropped. In other words, wait till kind of late in the day to get that right height, because one thing you don't want is your grass to be already stressed with heat while you're cutting it. So right now, if you look, you can see it's pretty shady back here now. Or if it's not shady, just wait till those temperatures go from 95 to 85 and before you attempt this, right? So let's go ahead and get started. You do not know what the exact, how high your lawnmower can cut, what's the tallest it can go. What you need to do is set it at its highest point before you even start. So most of these mowers can go anywhere from 3 to 3.5 to 4 inches. All right. Now we just got this one, so we haven't measured it, and I'm gonna go ahead and do this just like you would if you did not know what your cutting height was. One thing about this mower, you need to make sure that all your height adjustments are in the same spot. You don't want that one sitting on 3 and this one sitting on, 1, 2, 3, 4, go to 5. That one sitting on 4 and this one sitting on 5. So make sure all the way around that it's completely even. All right, and we got this set up on the mulching thing. So the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna crank it up, and we're gonna just mow, and we're gonna see what's the highest point that I can leave it at and take off the least amount. Now that 1/3 rule does not apply to this. You know, me personally, I think the 1/3 rule was created for fescue. If you're cutting Bermuda twice a week, you're probably taking off less than 1/3 if it's not growing outrageously. Me personally, I don't really want to tell you to go with that 1/3 rule, especially when you're doing this, because doing drought cutting, you just want to cut just the tip of that grass off so you can still keep some greenness. You know, one thing about when your Bermuda grass gets 3 and 4 inches tall, you'll start seeing that brownness start to show up because it's so thick that canopy will crowd out. And the way Bermuda grass works, once that sunlight is not touching the grass itself, the stem part starts to turn brown. That's why a lot of golf courses keep it nice and low and flat. A lot of people who do that reel cutting with a big old wheel in the back, if you know, Bermuda grass adapts. That wheel pushes it flat to the ground so we get less of that brownness. But we're gonna just take the tip of it off. So let me go ahead and show you how I go about doing that. Okay, yard fanatics, listen. I'm still in my cooking apron. I'm trying to make this a quick video because I don't want you guys to cut your grass so low until it starts to turn brown. So I'm gonna crank this up and do a drive-by. Don't laugh because I'm in my apron and I got my bright green Adidas on. All right, first pass. Didn't take too much off. All right, let's compare to what's cut and what's not cut. That's cut, that's not cut. So you can't really tell. Let's drop it down one more notch and see what that does. Okay, yard fanatics, look. Hard to see, but let's see if I get right behind them. Can you tell? I took just a taste of that grass off. Just a taste, guys. I mean, and that wasn't the 1/3 rule. So basically, that is how you drought cut your lawn. The only thing you want to do is just take off a real thin layer so you can keep that greenness. Make sure that you do this when temps have dropped Try to make sure your grass is well hydrated before you go ahead and attempt this. Don't come out here and do scorched earth. So you see I still got some greenness. That's that Milorganite still going to work. But guys, I mean, you can see it right there. It's a little higher right there. I still got my greenness. Let me step to the side. Still got my greenness. And I just did my drought cutting. So guys, remember one thing. You're tuned into Bermuda Grass Central with Big Yard Dog, BYD himself. This is Michael Bowman, and I'll talk to you soon.